everyone!
Hey.
So today, for our culture video, we are wanting to discuss religion. So, when it comes to Japan, what are the different, religions? I know there's Buddhism. I know that Confucianism is from China, but what are different religions that are found, within Japan and influences the culture there?
Yeah, I think first of all, I think one cultural shock that I had when I came to the United States from Japan was that the topic of religion was way more openly talked about in the United States than compared to in Japan. Of course, some people will still say that we don't talk too openly about it, right? But still, compared to Japan, it was really open. But in Japan, it's taboo almost to talk about it. We can get into the history of it, of why we don't talk about it. But because of that history, usually about, I would say, just my personal feeling, right? 80% of the population are basically non-religious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is a huge difference from this country, right? Heavily Christian populated. 15% Buddhists, and then 5%.
Dang, just 15%? So I know you, would you mind going into a little bit about that? Because of why Japan is kind of anti-religion?
Yeah, well, especially recent years from, during the World War II, right? There is a fact that, Japan colonized other countries, other Asian countries, and that is a terrible thing to do, and we should never do. The biggest factor that the Japanese government used to justify those acts was using Shintoism, the religion. So they used Shintoism. They forced all the schools to teach Shintoism, forced everyone to practice Shintoism.
Oh my god, wait, so I don't really know, I've never really heard what that is, Shintoism. What even is that?
It is similar to shamanism, where you believe that everything has spirit, not just human or living being, of course we do too, but have spirit, we appreciate everything, that kind of
even my water bottle.
Yeah,
really, objects that aren't alive. Okay.
So that kind of stuff, right? So that's why jinja or shrines are the places where Shintoism is practiced. Temples are where Buddhism is practiced.
Okay.
Right? So shrine, when you go to some shrine, because there's just so many spirits or gods, you can call it either way. Some shrine have a huge rock as a god for that shrine. So that kind of stuff, Shintoism, right? In general. Also, the teaching using the Japanese mythology of how Japan was made. Really long story short, right? The people who made Japan, the country, God basically, Japanese God. For now, let's call him Japanese God.
Okay.
Made Japan, right? And then they would, take turns, successors, right? As they get old, they would have successor, right? For many generations, they have been taking turns, taking this task to, protect Japan. The descendants are the emperor of Japan.
I was just about to ask. I was like, that kind of sounds like just royalty right there, just king and queen type of vibe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like supreme leader?
So with that, right? Because the mythology teaches you that it's God who made Japan. So with that, they may link the logic of emperor equals God. Shintoism, of course, respect the spirits and stuff, but to give your life to the emperor, because it's, Japanese religion based on that mythology, right? So it's heavily Japan focused. Because of that, they justified killing other Asian people, thinking that Japanese kind is better.
Oh, and that's where the whole coming in and colonizing other. Okay.
Right. So with that, right, we can say that people were brainwashed to justify their actions. They also learned their lesson that if you believe in one religion blindly without thinking about it, right? And if that teaching is really wrong, then you could be victim of that, right? That's how they learned through the World War II, that because of that religion, everyone being forced to practice that, they continued to fight against other countries, and then eventually Japan lost and really struggled financially and everything, right? So they learned.
And did people start gaining their senses, or stayed
Right,
in
right.
that kind of brainwashed state?
It was a huge wake-up call because it's what I'm gonna say is it's gonna sound funny, but one of the first things that United States made Japan do was to ask the emperor to announce that he's actually a human being.
What?
So that's what he did.
It is funny, but it's like, damn, that was real?
Yeah, that's how much it shows
Wow.
like how people were brainwashed. People did really, I mean, of course not everyone, but some people did really believe that he was God. So he had to announce that he is actually a human being.
And how would you be in the emperor position? Like, how would you feel as an emperor being told you're God your whole life? Like, that would definitely mess you up in some sort of ways too.
Yeah. I guess that's how corruption happens, huh?
Right?
Yeah.
That's like Shintoism.
Right.
What about, like, what are the other, so we have like Shintoism,
So, right, with the Shintoism and losing World War II and killing lots of people, they learned the lesson not to just blindly believe in stuff. So after that, they, started to have some negative image of religion itself, right? But then, like Buddhism was there for a long time in Japan, but and then many times it would become the main religion that people practice before the recent times. Many times it would be the main practice. After World War II, that started to come back, right? Buddhism, and then some other religions, right? Hi, I'm Shiomi, and I'm the instructor for Virtual Nihongo. Shiomi Masanoi です。よろしくお願いします。和歌山県出身です。At Virtual Nihongo, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your language learning goals through engaging classes and personalized lessons. Language learning is a lifelong practice, and sometimes it may be hard to get started when you don't have the resources or people to help you. From being able to watch animes without subtitles to being able to ask the locals where the bathroom is. Our team at Virtual Nihongo is dedicated to helping you achieve your language learning goals through engaging classes and personalized lessons. We offer a range of different Japanese classes, like our 6-month-long classes designed for beginner, intermediate, and advanced learners, and also our private tutoring lessons for those learners who want a more focused environment. Traveling to Japan and just need to know the essentials, we also offer a crash course in traveling Japanese to help you before your trip. To get started, scan the QR code on screen or go to virtualnihongo.org. If needed, we can have a consultation meeting to answer any questions. We look forward to helping you learn Japanese. ありがとうございます。
So was Christianity ever in the picture?
There are history of Christian people coming to Japan to try to spread Christianity, like they did to other areas, right? In some areas it worked, and some areas it didn't work, and the government eventually banned the Christian people to spread. So with that kind of history in the past, compared to many other Asian countries, there's not that many.
So you're not going to see like any Christian people there, really?
In my city, where there were about 30,000 population, I saw one, and it was somehow a kindergarten. Christian kindergarten.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's about it that I saw. Maybe there was a church or something, but
Okay.
yeah.
So we kind of covered Shintoism. Confucianism, does that have any role in Japan? I know that that's from China, but did that have any influence over Japan?
Yeah, that one has more influence as a philosophy more than a religion. The values of like respecting the elders, putting your family first, then yourself, or you know, cherishing your body, that kind of teachings.
I see. So kind of started more, it's like kind of turned into more of like a moral set, a moral code.
Yeah, and then that, of course, also influenced Buddhism at some point, right? And then also Buddhism used to be like the mainstream religion to practice. So with the teaching comes the life philosophy of how to live, right? So with that, we do have big influence on Confucianism in daily life, in good and bad way.
Okay.
Good way is that we respect the elders.
Right.
Bad ways from that specific point, that means that elder people can abuse the younger people, and younger people are not supposed to say anything, right?
Or question. Or...
Right. Or like, because of the Confucianism, individualism is really restricted. That connects to collectivism, right?
Right.
The pressure to look the same, be the same. And also sexism, prioritizing men over women. That kind of teaching too, it has influence. Confucianism, in that sense, is more like daily life philosophy or culture that we have in Japan now. So with that, Buddhism is, I guess,
the majority.
Majority, yeah.
I had no idea that there is so many different sections of Buddhism. I thought that, you know, especially growing up in America, I mean, we were only taught that it's like, that's Buddhism. Like, that's just everything that you see under the sun, you know, it's all the same.
Was it like Buddha with a big belly and...
That stereotypical, you know, Buddha, monks, you know, you have to meditate every day for days so you can go be your coolest, best self. Like, what? Huh? That's... It definitely shocked me when I learned that there's actually so many different sections of Buddhism, the same way that there's so many different sections of Christianity. There's good and bad, you know, throughout. So, like, and I don't really know, so I'm wondering what knowledge you have.
Yeah, there's a really good question, and that is a common image that I guess non-Eastern people have of Buddhists. Not really like negative image. I myself was born to a Buddhist family, and I practiced as a kid, and then after I came here for college, I decided to practice again with the SGI. And like you said, there are many sects of Buddhism, different groups, and you know, from what I know, right? What I have learned is that, you know, when Shakyamuni, when he had an enlightenment in India under a Bodhi tree, right? He found out that every single life is connected, and every single life is as amazing as the life of the universe. That kind of amazing realization, right? But then, of course, naturally, he was like, I have to tell people about this, right?
Yeah.
But then, at the time in India, this is like 2,500 years ago, the society was that women were considered almost as same as slaves.
Oh my gosh.
That low. Yeah.
Whoa.
So he suspected that if he started saying that everyone is Buddha, like everyone is amazing, then some men, of course it's always men, some men will be like, no, that's not true. You know, women cannot be same as me, you know. And then if worse happen, like for example, if someone tries to kill him, right? And then if he dies, then he can't spread the teaching, right?
True.
So he had to be like, okay, so I'll have baby steps. For now, I'll just say that I'm the only Buddha. You guys have to follow me, and women cannot become Buddhas. You can still follow me. That kind of teaching.
Okay.
Back then, that's how people were like yeah, I believe you, I'll follow you, right? So he decided to have baby steps. But each step, when he taught those different teachings, like he eventually changed to like, you know, smart people cannot attain Buddhahood, or, you know, you can't drink alcohol, you can't have sex, that kind of stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
So those stuff that people would think that it makes sense as a religion, right? Based on their capacity. But for them, each time, it's real teaching for them, right? Even though for Shakyamuni, he had a plan of having baby steps to eventually teach that, hey, everyone is Buddha, right?
Right.
But then for the actual people, each time, they practice as the real practice.
So those different ideas might have spread in different
Right.
places
Yeah.
depending where he was when that wasn't even what he was trying to get to.
Right, right.
You know, that wasn't the end goal. It was just to, you know, get people open enough to even hear what he has to say.
So that's why different sutras, right? Buddhist sutras we have. And then some people decide to stick with,
Whatever
right,
maybe
that they liked.
affirms.
And then, you know, Lotus Sutra, the last teaching is when Shakyamuni said, hey, disregard all the teachings that I did in the past 40 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang.
People were like, what? I studied so much. And then he was like, hey, this is the real teaching. Every single one of us is Buddha since a long time ago. We just have to open up.
That's so interesting that he wanted to say that from the beginning, but he wasn't able to. Like, because if people did that, then he would have just been killed, and then what would have happened, you know?
But then at the same time, because of that history, we have many different kinds of Buddhism, right? And then it is true sometimes, right? Usually, I mean, because Buddhist teachings, we don't teach any violence, right? But then sometimes there will be some conflicts between different, you know, sects of Buddhism.
So those like different sects potentially have different ways to practice as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Hawaii one time and I went to like a Buddhist temple there because I was so intrigued at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just want to see it. I feel like it would be so beautiful. And when I went, it was absolutely like mind-blowing, like all the koi fish swimming through and the beautiful architecture. And then when you went inside, there's just this ginormous golden Buddha. Like it's so interesting that like it has to be this giant gold guy, because then it makes it kind of seem like the conception of that Buddha is a god, when it's very clear that, you know, he was never God, he was just a guy.
Right. That's another aspect, right? Like he had to, at the beginning, he had to be like, hey, I'm the only Buddha. You guys can't be Buddha. You guys can't be my followers. He had to make that hierarchy so that people back then would be like, yes, I will follow you.
It's almost like, you know, in search of a leader.
I guess they wanted to depend on a leader.
Yeah. In Japan now, would you say that you see a lot of those different sections of Buddha still like being practiced? Are certain ones more popular than a different one? Since you said most of Japan is non-religious, but around 15, which still seems so low.
True. Yeah, that's why like anyone who has religion is minority automatically. As a kid, right, I was born into a Buddhist family. So as a kid, whenever there happened to be a topic of religion, I would be really scared. And to be like, you know, if anyone is gonna ask me about my religion and if I have to share, what would happen, that kind of, you know, fear I had.
Like people might not like you.
Right, yeah. So with that, it is really minority automatically if you have a religion. Yeah. So today, usually just the main Buddhist sects still remain and practice, but within Buddhism, definitely the majority are SGI members. that practice the Lotus Sutra.
And so the Lotus Sutra is the last teaching, which is basically the one that's like everyone has the potential, everyone has the capabilities to, you know, be Buddha and reach their highest potential, rather than it being praying to a god, Buddha, or, you know, having different beliefs or limiting certain people. It's like that last teaching of like, no, everyone, you know, it's super inclusive. Which I really enjoy. I like that.
So that's the 15%. The rest of the 5%, right, include, you know, like other religions, including Christianity, right? Another sad history with religions that occurred in Japan was this cult religion.
Oh, cults.
Omushin Rikyo was the name of it. Omushin Rikyo, 1995. So quite recently, huh? 30 years ago. This one cult organization, Omushin Rikyo was the name. They did a terrorism where they released this chemicals, sarin, that killed 12 people at Subway.
Oh no.
And then they also like committed some other crimes that killed people. So in total, they killed 29 people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah. So
That's a cult?
yeah.
Murder cult?
Yeah. With that whole experience, of course, it was televised nationally, you know, like every day. And so, of course, like people will have the like negative image of like, on top of, you know, that history with Shintoism, with the war, right? And then now, like, this cult is killing people, don't believe in religion, that kind of stuff.
Did it stem from a religion, or was it completely just made up? And how did they even get followers for this? Like, what was the whole purpose of even...
So he used some factors from Hinduism.
Oh.
Somehow, Shiva as the main god, and through him. And he also adopted some yoga practices and stuff.
Oh, come on. Stay away from the yogis. Come on, man.
Right. So that's what happened, right? So with that, yeah, negative image in general, and that's why people will naturally refrain from talking about religion itself.
So Japan itself has gone through its own religious trauma, and therefore they've just kind of switched base to become more anti-religion. Something that I just thought of was like Shinto and Buddhism. Do they get mixed up for being the same thing?
It is confusing. As a kid, maybe I was just dumb. I hope other kids were thinking the same, but like I couldn't tell the difference between temples and shrines. Like now I can, like shrines usually have that red torii gate, you know, and then the shrines are usually red or vibrant color painted. Temples, they usually use natural color, so wood, brown, so a lot more modest. Yeah, as a kid, I didn't know the difference. I guess because we don't talk about it, we don't learn too much about it, right? Typical things that people say is, on New Year's, you go to shrine to make your New Year's wish, right? For your wedding, you go to a chapel. Funeral, you go to a temple, or you know, have a Buddhist funeral. So it's like, because of the indifference in religion itself, I guess, the most of the population, right? Because I guess they got scared of religion. They just decided to just not be interested in it. I think what's happening is the connection between the religion origin rituals and its religions a little bit like caught in their heads. So that's why like non-religious people, they go to shrine, they go to chapel, they go to temples, they go to
they don't care that it's technically from different.
Right. It's more, they take it for more of a cultural thing. Like Christmas days, non-religious people celebrate it. They take it as a couple romantic date thing. And also, I think another factor to put in is some of the teachings from, for example, Shintoism or Buddhism is so naturally, absorbed in our culture that people don't take it as a religious thing. For example, many people think that they're non-religious, but naturally believe that, naturally believe in reincarnation, for example. Right? There are lots of people who are like that. They don't even think that the fact that you believe in reincarnation tells you that it's from, Buddhism, it's from Buddhism.
Yeah.
They don't have that connection.
Or karma, that's another one.
Yeah.
Would it be appropriate to ask other people if they practice?
My opinion is that if you're close enough and if you think that, asking wouldn't hurt your relationship, that may be close enough, you can ask. But the issue with the question, especially with this background that we just talked about, is that even when they are actually practicing religion, high probability they will say they don't have any religion that they practice. They will just hide. Yeah. So that's why asking someone if they practice any religion or not, we don't know the true answer.
That just goes right back into the follower mindset. The follower wanting to be accepted and people pleasing.
Yeah. So that is interesting, right? Especially Japanese people don't have this kind of, especially the majority of people who don't take religions seriously. It is a way of thinking, life philosophy, right? So it does really change how we take actions and stuff.
When people are going to the shrine, would you say that it's very strict? Are they traditionally more strict and regulated?
Only thing I can think of is some Buddhist groups, they have some, rituals to help them meditate. So maybe one typical image of meditation that people have is, your eyes are closed and you're meditating, and then a monk is walking behind you, and then you move, and then the person hits you.
Yeah.
Do you have that kind of image?
Well, I was just wondering if it's strict like that. Yeah.
Some Buddhist groups, they have that kind of practice to help you meditate, depending on the groups, right? Majority of people are basically lay believers, meaning they don't leave their family and become monks or nuns. They just sometimes make offerings. So with that, only really super minority people will be seriously practicing their religion,
like that,
right? We have this term in Japanese, kamidanomi. Kami means God. Danomi comes from the verb tanomu, which means to ask, or beg, right? So begging God is a literal meaning. So whenever something bad happens, we do have even the culture of begging God to try to save them. The God, usually because of the history, mean the God from Shintoism.
Right. The God from Shintoism is not really, doesn't he not exist because there's not an emperor?
First of all, yeah, there are tons of gods in Shintoism. Guess how many gods they have?
20.
More.
100.
More.
What?
More.
1,000. More? A million? A jillion?
No. But a little bit more than 1 million.
What?
So.
Wait, I did not know this. I thought we were talking about one god.
No.
What?
They have 8 million gods. It's what is written on document. Of course, they don't have each name and stuff, but that's the belief, right?
That's crazy.
So that's why
8
like
million?
like almost
Who-
everything
what-
has
who-
spirit.
Oh,
of
I
God,
see.
right?
I see. That's where it comes from. Whoa.
Yeah.
So even bad things are God. So everything's God?
Sometimes like, you know, people will take it as like, oh, like tsunami happened because the god of ocean was upset, for example, right? Like, especially, you know, long time ago, people would, you know, take it that way, connecting with Shintoism, with natural disasters.
Does Shintoism have any relation to stemming from Hinduism? Or no, they're totally just separate entities.
It is separate.
Originated at different times, different places. Wow, that's so
Yeah.
interesting.
The Japanese mythology is pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is so intriguing. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, if we missed anything, if you have something specific you would love for us to cover in these culture videos. And yeah, keep watching away.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes. Also ask some questions to Izzy. If you have some questions for Izzy. Okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.